Joining me now is PSE&G CEO Ralph Larossa. Good morning, Ralph.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. It's such a pleasure to have you. So let's talk about this study. What would you say were the biggest things that stood out to you?
Yeah, there were basically three things that stood out to me. One was the geopolitical risks that were identified by most of the CEOs in the survey. I think that is something that we're seeing across all industries. Us in the utility industry really been focused on supply chain and where we're able to get some of the supplies that come from overseas and how those have been disrupted, whether from the pandemic or challenges that we now have with some of the geopolitical issues that are going on. That was the first one that stood out. The second one was really the workforce and how many companies are having challenges on that front. For us at a utility, we haven't had the same turnover rates that others have had, so we really have to stay focused on that and make sure that our workforce is engaged, and we've broken down the silos that happen sometimes between management and unions. And then the final piece is AI, and how important that's really become for most of the companies that were engaged in this survey. Our role there is really to make sure that we are all providing the power that's needed to make sure that those AI data centers can all be up and running and that they have that reliability and clean energy that they're focused on.
That's amazing. And you know, it sounds like you're doing a lot to really implement these growth strategies into your business model. Has there been any one area that has been more challenging than others? And if so, how did you overcome that?
Yeah, we really been focused on aligning with the public policy, whether it be at the federal level or at the state level. And as a result of that, we've been able to move pretty smoothly. It's all about making sure that we have affordable energy for our customers, it's reliable, and they have access to as many clean resources as they possibly can. So by focusing on those three core values, we've been able to work through any political changes that might be taking place.
And you know, let's talk about the data, the investor data that just came out earlier this week, really highlighted your company's efforts to providing clean energy. What sort of opportunities right now are you seeing in this space? How are you going about executing efficiently and effectively?
Yeah, so there's two real main focuses. One is the upgrades that we're making to the core infrastructure, whether it be our gas infrastructure, where we're replacing old cast iron mains, reducing leaks that might take place on that system, upgrading our distribution system so that we can provide clean power, again, more reliably than we have in the past. But it's really a big focus on energy efficiency, helping customers use less power. Might sound strange for a utility to be talking about that, but we're incented to do that. We've worked with our regulators to set that up, and we're really trying to help people find ways to reduce usage in their homes.
Amazing work. Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having us.